Wow, dude. It's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. Wait! This! If she says no, you stop! If Colonel Sanders says no, look at his face. He's disgusted that you would even ask. You dirty pervert. You take no for the answer and you leave Colonel Sanders alone. You don't touch him down there. He said no. It's right. The more you know. Doctrzombie lets you know about raping popular fast food icons. Half a day of food. Yeah, we're gonna need to make sure we've got enough food to get. Maybe berries. Let's sell like 50 berries. Maybe 50 berries. 1.5 days. That'll be more than enough. What else can we buy? Advanced components? I don't think I need it. Ah, no. Take care of that guy. Yes! Look at all these kills! 4 kills for me. 4. Well. Thought you could come over here to Solitary, didn't you? You thought wrong, boys! Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another Doctrzombie live stream. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Dirty Dog. We are going to be playing The Roottrees Are Dead. That's right. I thought about playing any number of other games, but I thought this game is the one I want to finish. I have the potential to finish tonight. I don't know if I will. I have a feeling I'm about halfway done, and I've put about 4 hours into it. I'm not really sure. If you look at the achievements, I have 1 out of 22, so maybe not. But I feel like we've made a pretty good start here in cleaning out this tree. But we'll see. You know, maybe I'm not fucking anywhere near where I want to be. I was thinking about this a little bit today, and I want to finish this tree. I feel like I got a lot of clues here that I can complete. And I think I gotta go with the musicians, Clark Rafferty and James Roottrees, and they mentioned the group going by a name. It was like their initials, like C and D and or something. I don't know. Yeah. So. I'm pretty sure it was Jane LaRue. There is another... Oh, it did get locked in. So there was another Kim LaRue, but I don't know how Kim LaRue fits into this either. Maybe the LaRues have been infiltrating. I don't know. It's weird. But I want to go back to James Roottrees. I want to figure out what the fuck I was looking at. So if I go to here... So we had Diamond LaRue, which I could maybe search for. I don't know if... Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. One-hit wonder due to their disco song Rollin' On Down to the City, which I think is that one right there. Yes, I have the copy of it. Although Jim writes the majority of the songs, plays the guitar, and sings, Diamond's considered to be the band's lead singer. Never had another hit, but its fans. Diamond's Dazzlers. Maybe I can search for that. Hold on. Fuck, I can't get the whole damn thing. I'm just as bad at highlighting stuff in real world. Folksy and acoustic, Jim and Diamond continue to release music through the 80s. Other albums you find mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Let me actually try... Let me try Diamond's Dazzlers, and then we'll try Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. There we go, official fan club. Cool things you got in the mail on a random forum about video games. Jim and Diamond still send out Christmas cards every year to Diamond's Dazzlers, accompanied by some pictures as well as history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it's no longer available to join, they still honor it themselves personally. There's fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, one is relevant. Pictures of Jim and his young son Wolf and their daughters, the Floozies. We already have that. Okay. So let's go back to Cherry Tree. Album. There we go. Hey, I got a... Shit. I gotta give my kid a pill. I'll do that in a little bit. Just jump right off immediately after starting. Fans resorted to selling cassette bootlegs, a music commerce website claiming to sell the album, but it sold out the moment you do find a short sample of one of the songs called Sun. You added to your evidence. Return to form. Well, I have evidence. Cherry Tree, an album by Jim and Diamond. One of the songs is called Sun. The website you found it on did not have a full version, but you managed to find a short preview of the song's chorus. Jim sings the following. There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone, from her starting days imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart, in part I'd never be alone. In my heart I'll always be the son of... Shown, unknown, alone, maybe Joan? It's about his mother. Is Joan one of the names? Joan Monroe. I can't think of anything else that would rhyme with those words. Can I filter by female? No, I can't. There's apparently not enough now. I think it is Joan. Guess we'll find out. Still looking for information about Clark Rafferty, though. Alright, what was the other history? Jim and Diamond. Sound of Laughter. Can't even find a picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to be very successful, and reviews seem middling even from fans. Basic liner notes exist on a Jim Roottrees fan page and states the lyrics and guitar are credited to Jim Roottrees and the vocals are credited to Diamond LaRue. And then, of course, this brings me back to where we were. What about Diamond LaRue? Yeah, it's same thing I had before. Okay, now, I don't remember how I got there, but Clark Rafferty was on these times. Here we go. C and J and J and D. Yeah, we have that one. What about periodicals? Modern Music Monthly. The LaRue sisters got their start doing session work for their great uncle's record label. If you remember any songs from the 60s, 65 that featured the kids, they were probably involved. The Lucky LaRues. Diamond and Jane have been touring with some famous faces. Ever heard of the Roottrees? And are looking to release an album sometime next year. Youngest Kim is about to step into a prominent role on Broadway, taking over for one of the children in Oliver. Let me check. Is there any other Silver Screen Magazine? Maybe just search for LaRue. Alright, how about Kim LaRue? I know she was on Broadway or whatever. Starlet? I'm just going to search a bunch of these periodicals. Okay. Back to here. Jane Delvecchio. I know I've seen all this. Yeah. What about Kim? Nothing for Kim LaRue. What about Rafferty LaRue? Hey, there we go. A website about Raffertoons. Let me grab that. Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. On it, there's an about page, and you'll find a picture labeled "The Inspiration for the Famous Super Bowl Ad Campaign." Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to calm down for the picture. He had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. The photo is now in your evidence. Let me check Raffertoons. Nothing there. How about Raffertoons Super Bowl ad? Alright, how about Roottree Super Bowl ad? There we go. The Roottrees Maple Super Bowl commercial from 1994 has a family bickering in a department store. The father bites into a Roottrees Maple Crisp. I'm going to copy that down. Time stops and a jingle plays while he dances down the aisle. As he does, different things from the department store become Roottrees candy. The bed the father collapses onto becomes a giant chocolate bar. The jingle "Need the Rest" went on to be featured. Need the rest. When you're surrounded by madness and mayhem, reach for the best. There's enough there to share, but let's face it, you need the rest. Maple Crisp. Maple Crisp candy. Maple Crisp candy. Roottrees candy. Yeah, nothing. Going backwards. Hi, Salowin. Unfortunately, none of us get the money. Belongs to the real Roottrees bloodline. Alright. Raffertoon's website labeled "The Inspiration for the Famous Ad Campaign." Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children while his wife was trying to get Katrina, his youngest, to calm down for the picture. He had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. What?
You have to play video games or no?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Wait. It's 8 o'clock. So probably not. Alex needs to take his pill. Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
I need to do some.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to put on the intermission screen.
So I am setting up the actual introductory beginner of all beginner. No bullshit. No snow, no leaky carotene.
So you went for baby mode. All right. We're going to lay
Yeah, I'm going for training mode because I want to win, bitch.
This isn't even a real plane. We've got a spoon with some mashed potatoes, and we're saying, "Here comes the plane." That's the mission we're doing.
That is it.
Land in a baby's mouth.
And if we screw this one up, we deserve it. It's that simple. If we screw this one up, we deserve it.
Look, it's not our fault that all the planes are built by Boeing. I'm sorry. Was that too soon?
No, it wasn't.
Fuck me. At least James will find that hilarious. What do you want? Pants. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Gotta love it. Okay, I'm gonna eat Sato's pumpkin pie right now.
I just
It's gonna
had
fill me with strength.
somebody threw the pixelated goblin girl at me while my hand was empty, so that was on my stream for a good 5 seconds.
Oh god. That's why I always hover over maps before I put them in my hand.
Yeah. Well, they were my hand was empty.
Oh boy, banned from Twitch right there. Oh, holy crap. There are 0 viewers on Twitch, so it's quite possible. Alright, I'm back. I haven't been on Simcraft in a while, and it's just from lack of time. I want to go, I think about it all the time. I want to get in there and try to find out who stole my concrete boxes, and I want to make more concrete boxes, and I want to build some stuff. But it's just been rough. Very busy. I don't know why it says 0 on Twitch then, but at least you're there, Gandalf. Alright. We know that Katrina is his youngest. We have pictures for them. This should lock in somebody. Also, just in case, Clark Rafferty we now know is this one. Wait, what? Did he divorce Jane LaRue and marry her sister? I think he did. There's got to be more to that story. Oh, well, I didn't even get to fill in the information for the other girl. Wasn't your troublemaking child, you checked her account? Maybe I misplaced it. It's quite possible that I just put it in the wrong box, trying to fill it up or something, and fucked up. Oh man, I got a lot of optional shit done there too. Alright, so I got Jem Wilson, one of the daughters of the 3 Wilsons. I got Angelica Morden, finally. And that's one of the original 5 pieces, I believe. No, I must be wrong about that. That's got to be her daughter. Anyway, I got a bunch. Which one's Morden? Oh, over here. Okay, and Housewife was the correct one. Gwendolyn Roottree, Angelica Morden, but these are not correct. But that's okay. We know that they're Hudsons, Guy and Bonnie. But and I believe we know that Bonnie's young. So I think Guy is older. But these must not be them. Or their jobs are wrong. Okay, going back here, we have this one as well. This is easy. Okay? Yeah, Kim LaRue was correct. But this must not be Jane LaRue then. Maybe the pictures are backwards. Constantium's still on a temp map? If that's true, I gotta find a way to log in, but I'm gonna be gone the whole weekend, so starting in the morning. So unless I magically finish this game early and can hop into Constantium for 10 minutes, it's not gonna happen. And then we have Chris Rafferty. We had Jacob Rafferty, that was locked in. But this is wrong. We know this is Clark Raff, unless... No, that's right, because here it says Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children. So that is Clark Rafferty. Musician must not be his job. What else could it be? Oh, it did say he wrote the songs. Author? That doesn't seem right. Model, musician, news anchor, nurse, pilot, police officer, politics, principal, pro athlete, professor, public speaker, screenwriter. Oh wait, inspiration for the famous ad campaign. He had the idea for the Super Bowl ad. So maybe he's no longer a musician, maybe he's in, oops, advertising. Advertising's an option. Okay, that must be it. That must be it. Okay. So who's Chris Rafferty? Probably just gonna search for everything here and get nowhere. Modern Music Monthly. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the same shit over and over. Movie production, Hollywood, maybe Starlet. We think we looked at Starlet. Okay. Shit. All right. I don't know that we're going to find anything about Chris. Well, I mean, I could fucking Google it, but I doubt I'll get anything. Roottrees Super Bowl ad, which we had. So I'm going to search for this. So he changed his name. I don't know. I'm stuck. We still have at least 6 things to learn from this information. But I feel like we should pull on a different thread here, because I feel like we're tapping out on this. I would love to get more information about this tree. Okay, so we've got the Clancy, Elias C. Fuck. There's so much information now. I mean, I can still get information from this, the Business Watch. I don't know that I've read through all this. Let's start again. Oh, fuck it. Who did the ad for the candy? Didn't he own an advertising company? Well, Clark did. Or, yeah, at least it showed up that way. All right, hold on. Elias Roottrees, Watchman of the Year. Painting of him appears on the cover. Timeline of 5 pieces. He formed the candy company after marrying his wife, who inherited Maple Farm. Company is barely profitable. Elias has a daughter, the first of 5 children, 4 more to follow, leading to 5 pieces. Each of the 5 flavors is chosen based on the initials of his 5 children, 1 flavor per child. 5 pieces are first sold in some Pittsburgh markets, then New England. The recipe and flavor is finalized, and the candy begins nationwide distribution in department stores and other shops. Maple Farms of Pennsylvania in preparation for their global rollout, with the help of his son Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm. Architecture. Elias Roottrees Jr. That's Edward. Oh shit! I think I may have misclicked that one. It said Edward instead of Elias. Maybe this is Edward. Clancy Edward. We'll see. Is an architect. Unless this is not Elias. Maybe this is Elias? Oh, fuck. Fuck! Okay, hold on. Actually, I think I fucked up. I think it is Clancy Edward. And I think this is supposed to be Elias Jr., not Edward. And this is architecture. There we go. Okay, I swapped a name around, hit Edward instead of Elias Jr. at some point. Oh, all right, we got Clark Rafferty, we got his daughter, and then the easy nail down of Elias Jr. now that we knew he was an architect. We also got optional entries. This one here is Jane LaRue, and the other one was Diamond. Okay. Which means this is not who I thought it was. There we go. Do I have any other pictures of Clark Rafferty? Probably not. At least not there. Okay. Great. We only have one more of the original 5. Can we nail down this picture? And we even got the picture right. So it cannot be anyone but this picture. If we look at the 5, boom, 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 boom. That's him. So what we have wrong... Oh, we put architect. He was a professor. Derp. Clancy Edward, professor. Maybe. Because her massive book mentions her grandfather being... I'm sorry, her pop being a professor. Whatever. Let's figure out... One clue left here. The architect was 1. Butler County. Maybe we should search for the factory? Or Elias Roottrees Jr. in the Butler County periodical. Production's tripled. What's next? Elias is going to pivot to insurance company's legacy, and that the Roottrees Candy Company remains with the Clanced Trust. I don't know if we've searched for this. Pronounced Clanced. Clanced? Highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottrees, who was Elias's son, and the Roottrees Candy Company's head lawyer at the time. Maybe he's not. Maybe he changed his career later. We are supposed to use the most recent one, but at some point, he was a lawyer. Due to its unique nature, it's often brought up in online discussions about financial matters and inheritance as an oddity. The company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth for blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. The actual numbers have never been disclosed to the public, but due to ever-increasing success of the company, it's a significant amount of money. The Clanced Trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around due to many checks and balances written into it. Still, there have been a few situations where family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from the trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. University Law School, which apparently had a guest lecturer talk about the Roottrees versus RR. RR. There's also something called the 5-piece guarantee. I'm going to look at that as well. The 5-piece guarantee. Eat my ass. Maybe I misspelled it. I'll try again. There it is. I must have misspelled it, or I don't know. In isolation, somewhat baffling, the yearly salary of Roottrees president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. What? When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it's closer to $4. So the Roottrees president doesn't make any money. However, if when you combine it with the Klantz Trust, it makes more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president. And he knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Whether or not this was smart or successful decision is widely debated online and in person by economics enthusiasts of all levels of expertise. That didn't give me any new information, though. Not that I know of. Okay. Back. And then I want to read about the, not the 5-piece guarantee, the Roottrees versus RR. Legal oddities. RR, whoever that is, attempted to unsuccessfully remove a fellow family member from the trust. It said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock. Second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Impossible to remove a direct descendant without completely dissolving the trust. No information. Who's RR? And what crime? Oops. Sorry. Okay. Whoever it is not here. Now, it did say under this envelope, you can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistencies. I'm wondering if I have to find the name of RR, who has something to do with Samantha Roottree. But for now, let's make a note in the journal. The big conspiracy. Not the 5-piece guarantee. The Roottrees versus RR. Someone in the Roottree Trust wanted to remove someone else who committed a crime and was born out of wedlock. Sam or someone else? Who is RR? I think this is the big mystery. Oh boy. Oh my god, look at this evidence. So you can see at a glance how many clues remain that we have not locked in based on information. Sam's mom, the secret info. Yeah, I'm not sure. It is a lot of reading. There's a lot of reading in this game. No, because Sam's mom and dad, it's Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. We know that. She had Sam out of wedlock. And then later, Elias married her, and they kind of cemented everything. But I don't know what this line is. I don't know where it comes from. We have to get everything else right first, once the whole family tree has been filled in. I'm pretty sure this is correct now. Not 100% sure about the lawyer thing, because I know that somebody mentioned Pop was a professor. And obviously his kids have been a problem. I'm not getting... I think she mentioned, Raina mentioned that her grandfather was a professor, so that would be this guy. So maybe the picture's wrong. If her dad was Clancy, then I feel like maybe the picture would get swapped like that. And I don't know that he was, Elias C. was the president. I don't even know Elias C. is his fucking name. But if I want to get the 5 pieces done, this is where I gotta look. Okay. Let's see what's here. There's one clue left here that I haven't found. It's about Sam, too. Distant relatives. Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or 2. Okay, hold on. This is Lauren. Lauren Roottrees. Granny, meaning Gwyneth Anderson, and Elias being Granddad. But I was told, trim their branches from the family tree, so why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Angie. Angie being Angela Morden, or Angelica Morden. And Zach being her brother, who was the president probably at the time. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. Miracle Jr. had 2 boys. We don't know the name here, I just threw something in there. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. We knew that we have Elias Jr. Beep to Patsy, Patricia Christensen. Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands E.C. and John. Clancy is one of her brothers. We know that. E.C. and John are the people she worked with. Okay. Passed the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all 3 are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, Eli. Elias M. Or C. Probably M. Middle name's probably Miracle. Don't have a picture yet, but they're there. Even chimed in, apparently when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools, taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works at the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? There's one clue here that hasn't been connected, and I'm guessing it has to do with Eli Jr. Elias Roottrees, sorry. I gotta find a picture of that one. That would be one of the next gens. So if I look at the picture on the desk of the next gens, that's the Free Spirits. Here we go, Next Generation. One of these is... Fuck, hold on. No. Eli Jr. I'm sorry. Miracle son, Eli, is too young. Hasn't been born yet in this picture. So did they shove him in with the free spirits? Eli M. One of these is Eli M. I don't know which one. But I'd have to guess he's the one standing next to Miracle Jr. And he looks like a mechanic. Hold on. There you go, Eli. It's written right there. He's got some kind of outfit where you put your name on it. Driver? I mean, shit, somebody here's a firefighter? Fucking A. I don't know. I don't have enough information. Let's put unknown. But that's definitely him. Is that his wife? They're standing close together. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One person didn't even sign it. And I bet it's this girl. Or maybe this one down here. Maybe she's too young to sign it. Farkle! Shit! Balls! This is difficult. The girl with the beret, I swear we had that nailed down. I thought that was, Caroline Morden. Maybe I didn't put it in there. Alright, back up. Let's look at our evidence pile again. We got some here that have tons. The campaign mailer, for one. The phone rings is another. Did I search for this? WRTD? I swear I did. I'm sure this is just because it links to shit. Or the notable Roottrees. I swear I finished that as well. Here, where's the notable Roottrees? Bing. Easy to find online. Yeah, we've cleared them all. Okay. Investigative jazz. Plane crash. Interview with psychologist. Break-in. Close to the family. Culprit had an alternate agenda because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it. Don't believe their lies. Another instance of the Roottree curse. Hold on. Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it. No, I don't think that's true. Wow! A long, rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background says that the Roottrees are cursed. It's been very recently updated with the following important update. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottree company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but no one was arrested. Maybe that's the crime. Guy Hudson's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982. Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Ernie Madsen Jr. was one of the presidents. Where's Madsen? This is Morden. Ernie Madsen Jr. We don't have a Madsen tree. There's only one place it could be then. know about the names. Gwyneth Madsen. Daughter Nicole. I mean, it fits in the tree. It's a bit of a leap. But we're confident. Like, we have factual evidence that these are the Mordens, these are the Hudsons. Actually, Guy Hudson would be president third, wouldn't he? So this would be president four. Wait, what? Who's second president? No, it wasn't any of these. The second president was Zach. So third president was Guy Hudson, if the date lines up on the next gens. Every 20 or so years. This one's from the 70s. The 70s. Where was I just looking at? Motherfucker. Oh, it was online. 82. Guy was killed. Had to be third. This one had to be fourth. And then Carl, we know, was fifth. So I feel like I've got conflicting info here, but whatever. It's fine. We just need their pictures. And I don't know that that's going to happen from what we've got. Let's go back to here. I think there might be more in this. If you connect the dots in the pattern of 5 pieces of wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull, a secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners, simultaneous 4-day time cubes. The author of the site seems to agree. Hedger from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff75 at Prodigy US, asking him to take down his site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims although the proof looks credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. Ernie Madsen Jr. had a heart condition and died. By the way, this is definitely Chris Rafferty. And then I also want to check out this 4-corner simultaneous... Ah! Nice! I searched for the email and I got information. Did Pixpop? What the fuck's Pixpop? Under construction, art pieces. Me and my fiance, Lulu. A painting I did my first year... Oh wait, Chris Rafferty is his son! He's an artist. First year of college, I plan to give her when we get married in May. Go Tartans. Odd collage called Cousins, which seems to be made up of 3 scrambled images. The accompanying artist statement says, "We had to create a piece of art about our family. I asked as many of my extended family of cousins for their pictures as I could, even some I've never met. Only a few of them got back to me, and my teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Raina Riley or Rose, so I had to get creative and only use my 3rd cousins. This includes Davy, he swims for University of Connecticut, and Bethany's yearbook picture, she's Davy's younger sister, and Stephanie, who is an only child. Chris's artwork has been added to your evidence, but the cousins' photos will need to be unscrambled before you can use them. You've downloaded a new application, Pixpop, to edit the photos." Oh my god. Alright, hold on. I want to see this. Here they are. That looks really disturbing, actually. Chris Rafferty's cousin's art project, and is said to include pictures of Davy. Perhaps you could extract them using an application on your PC. Okay, so Chris Rafferty is either an artist or a college student. We don't know yet. But let's check out Cousin Zoomed. Zoom with your mouse wheel or left click, right click. So do I... Gotta zoom in and out until it's the right size here. There we go. Cho to my. What? Photo restored successfully. Rotate with your mouse wheel or left right click. Okay. Is that not it? I'm sorry, did I fuck up anything? This looks correct to me. This is not how photo restore programs work. Right. I don't see anything wrong. Oh, here. It's upside down. That was a tough one. That middle bit. And then sliced. Slide the photo back into shape. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, shit. I gotta go up and over. Oh, my God. This is gonna be rough. Shit. I have no idea where that goes. That goes there. So let's move this one out. Okay. Now we've got part of his hand here that needs to go in here. So in order to do that, hold on, over, down, over, up. Okay, that goes up in the corner, and this goes above it. Over, over. Wait, that's not right. Shit. There we go. Oh, shit. All right. Fucking hell. Davy, Bethany, and Stephanie. Stephanie. All right, we're looking at Chris Rafferty. He says his cousins. Lulu. He married Lulu. I'm assuming Luisa Garcia. No picture of her yet. Davy and Davy's younger sister. So we're looking at a group of 2. It's got to be over here. What? David Kellogg? Oh, wait, that's actually... No, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Unless I've got these 2 reversed and Guy Hudson's actually younger than Bonnie. Where did I find information about Bonnie? Although I guess I could look at... Oh, hey, what's this? Chris Rafferty self-portrait. All right, we've got him. That'll lock in some. We'll leave it as artist. Yeah. Art project, huh? Stephanie is an older child. Third cousins. Third cousin means grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather. So no one under this tree. It could be here. Either one of these could be Stephanie Madsen, or we have Nicole Madsen, so Steph Cottrell, Sam Cottrell. Just a guess here. And then, fuck it, let's go ahead and... Oop, I didn't actually take their pictures. I'll take that. Oops, and that. And that. College. I'm not sure how. Let's figure out where I fucked up later. And try to get these ones in. Ooh. Hold on, did it say specifically who was younger? Davy's younger sister, okay. Bethany, yep. Now, are they here or over here? And why is this like this? It's a bit bizarre. I mean, it's also possible. I mean, what if I did this fucking over here? Same thing, though. And it pulls the stuff out of here. So if I'm right about... I gotta be right about one of them. I assume it's this one. Shit. Copyright 1997. It's currently 1998. It's a year later. The chance isn't gonna be that... Davy swims for UConn. Bethany's picture, younger sister, yearbook picture. And Stephanie was an only child. Maybe they're in... Maybe they're in K-12. I'm positive they're actually over here. This is the only one that I think makes sense. There we go. Finally. One of them, at least, was K-12. And that's why I wasn't getting it done. I got Clancy Edward. That's important. Fucking hell. I got the 5 pieces. All of them.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation. But I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake. So I'll try to explain why. It's true, I'm working with lawyers. But not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers.
Think I know who you are?
I'm on the verge of releasing a book. And it's not kind to the Roottrees. Especially Elias and the 5 Pieces. The truth often isn't. But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me. To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives before they lock from here on out.
Oh, fuck!
I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Well, I can no longer do this in groups of 3. I now need 4, which means I'm going to have to be extra accurate. And because there's so many filled in, I'm going to have to take some leaps. I mean, we do not know the spouses. It's just fucking annoying. Okay. Spouses and pictures, man. All right. Let me make sure that PC entry. Stephanie, who's an only child, doesn't specifically say that she's in college or not. Oh, it says middle school in the background. She's definitely K-12. Why this didn't lock in, I don't know. Why didn't it lock in? Because it's in the wrong spot. Because it's in the wrong spot. I don't know why I think that Gwyneth Madsen is younger than Ernest Jr. It's possible that I have them flipped. Let's just flip everything. Pictures and all. Okay. Gwyneth Madsen. That picture. Ernest Jr. That picture. President 4th. What did I have here? Fuck. Shit. I don't remember what she was. Ah! Sam Cottrell. And then we'll do Steph. Nicole Madsen. Don't know who Madsen Ernest Jr. married. Alright. Let's look at the pieces I've got. I have a new piece of evidence. It's this one. All that's left to do is finish the family tree, find out what's in the lock space. They said it was personal to them. A lot of these are wiped out. We got everything. Let's check this one for the one piece we're missing. Business Watch, Clark, Root. Brenda was a fashion consultant. Raina's new clothing were a hit with other parents, including Carl's cousin Jim, notable singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Raina. Word spread. By 82, Brenda's patterns were being copied by other brands. Carl and his second cousin Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottrees at the time, spearheaded Root. 1982. In 1982, Guy Hudson dies in a car accident. Hold on. Guy Hudson goes here. This is going to lock in some shit. Nailed it. Fuck yeah, we got 4. We're just moving shit to where it belongs, not knowing which one is the older or younger sibling. We got Steph Cottrell, we've got Ernest Jr., we got Guy Hudson and Bonnie Hudson. Absolutely. We also locked Sam. Okay, we have extra pictures for Guy and Bonnie. We don't know where they are yet. We don't know who Guy's wife is. But we are running out of space. Pretty soon it's just going to be a matter of swapping in names. I can't believe we don't have these guys yet. I'll figure that out later. We were working over here. So, Gwyneth is not a housewife. She does something. Still have one thing here. Ernie Jr. just became president. And we know that. This is Ernie Jr., the 4th president. We have all the presidents. We locked him in. Okay. Fucking sweet. Per tradition or perhaps superstition, new clothes always debuted. Raina, cover model, older kids as well. Younger sisters recruited. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year primarily for his personal gamble and the ensuing payoff. What am I missing here? You know, we talked about it before. Candy Roottree has... I gotta back out of here, sorry. Has an album. Nina and Nikki. The Floozies. Children of other famous musicians. Beef Baby. Conquistador. About a newborn cow, the Floozies are holding a grudge against a toddler. If only you had the time and resources to look into it further. Alright, we have Nikki and Nina. Nina is usually a name for Christina. Nah. Nicole? Madsen Nicole. Is Nicole Madsen a musician? Unfortunately, I don't have her picture. Sorry, I fucked that up bad. N-I-C-K-I. Yeah. This is all out of information anyway. I shouldn't even be looking at it. It has nothing. Rolling on down to the city still has one thing. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees. Oh, wait. Peter Janowitz from MMM. Did I look that up? Yeah, search for the albums or artist names. Reluctant Hitmaker. Diamond and I were in C and J and J and D with my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop instead insisted he spend time with Dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actually sisters. So the four of us had a sort of cutesy family band thing going on, not our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. No more family band. So that's what happened. Jane was married to Clark, and then Diamond walked in on Clark with Kim. That's why their fucking family tree looks like this. He divorced Danielle Franks, who barely shows up. I don't know how I even knew that. It's fucking lost to time. Jane LaRue was married to him during the artist phase, and when Diamond walked in on him with Kim, they got divorced. Chris Rafferty, I don't know what he does now. Let's say he's in college still. It's possible, because that didn't lock in yet. Is from Jane and Clark's marriage, but Kim insisted he take her last name, and they became the Rafferty LaRues. Now it makes sense. Scandalous, but hardly the murder that we're investigating. Musics and lyrics by Jim Roottrees, vocals by Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue. Notable Roottrees, he'll be marked with a star. The lyrics contain no clues. There's one clue left here that we haven't nailed down. As seen in MMM. Is there something maybe in MMM that we're still missing? How about this? Nope, nothing useful here. Skip it or flip it. We're missing one thing from in here, and I don't know what it is. I bet it's something buried in one of these subplot things, you know, that I've missed. Cherry Tree, Sound of Laughter. Hasn't made an appearance since 1996. Diamonds Dazzlers. Diamond LaRue. It's exactly the same. Cherry Tree. Did I get that Joan thing right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yep, Joan Monroe. Still don't have the, oh, that's because Elias Roottrees never was the president. It was the other Elias. What the fuck did you do? I don't know. We'll just slap Professor in there. That'll make everybody a professor until we fucking figure it out. Clark exploded. Fuck yeah, Chi-Chi. Oh, sorry, that was about the other thing. Probably something so obvious you thought I already filled it in. Probably, man. Also, the youngest brother. I don't even know that she's mentioned it by name once. Let's go back to this thing here. Life Between Wars from the Diaries of Roottrees. Soulbound Publishing. Schoolbound Publishing. Sorry, real quick. Yeah, nothing. If it's not mentioned here, it's not important. Final entry is called Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1964. Clark's getting married, in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18, for God's sakes, and Danielle isn't much older. Clark and Danielle. That's where we figured that out. Openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jake but I married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? That means that last picture of Clark Rafferty is probably in the Free Spirits page. Yeah, Clark is in there. So, let's figure out what he looks like. Based on these pictures of him with a beard and looking like he's high as fuck to balding. Can I figure it out? That one there is not him because we've got it locked in somewhere else. Okay, who do we have left? Are you kidding me? Oh, because we don't know his occupation. Could be a cashier. It's possible. Honestly, that looks like a disco-era Clark Rafferty with lots of hair. Going from this to that, it's possible. Who else is in that fucking photo? I think we got everybody. And there ain't any other men, except for the one that's very clearly Eli. So that is him. Okay, we've got it. That one's nailed down. We're running out of pictures on that page, then. We have 1, 2, 3 women, one of which didn't sign it. And it's possible that it's the young girl. The Free Spirits. The youngest. Whoever this guy is. His daughter. Or, possibly, Elias's daughter. No, I'm sorry. The Free Spirits are up here. Right? No, what? Hold on. Why? Carl's the teenager in the middle. It's a mix of both. Like, some of these are Miracle's sons up here. Some of them are Carl here. And Clark. They're all in it. So it's it's just like an age thing. Christ. Okay, Bonnie. Bonnie Hudson. We got Bonnie here. That was her. Check. Guy Hudson, right next to her. Check. Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. is... That's Clancy. That's Margalit. Don't know who she marries. I'm sorry. Ernie... Wait, what? Hold on. Where was Ernie Jr.? You can search all over the fucking place for him. Here we go. Ernie Jr. He's the one with glasses. Here. Ernie Jr. Check. Carolyn. Who is Carolyn? Do we have her? We have her somewhere already locked in. Yeah, sorry. Carolyn Morden. She's the one with the beret. Gwyneth M. Gwyneth M. Carolyn's older sister. Carolyn bitches about how her sister and one of her cousins married boring men. This has got to be her. Look how unhappy she is. And I don't think the doctor was in that photo. Sorry, I bounced out. Gwendolyn. Miracle Jr., Jim Roottrees, Clark, Carl, and Eli. We know this is going to be Clark. We've got most of the others. We just don't have the girl who didn't sign it. Back of the photo, in childish print writing, it says November. November. November is the girl's name! It's not a time, it's her name. She did sign it. November Roottrees. You got it, Brandon. You figured it out right about the same time I did. Anybody with another name? Like April Quarterditch became November Roottrees might be April's daughter. She thinks it's funny to name her child after the month she was born, probably because she was born in April. Student K-12 is absolutely true. Thank you. Although, that's actually not true because this was in the 70s. So November Roottrees, God only knows what she does. But she definitely has a job now. She's in the same generation, essentially, as Carl, just a few years younger. And this is the only picture of her. What if she's in college? Nah, she'd be in college for 20 years. Fuck, I don't know. Unknown. We'll leave it as college, even though I'm pretty sure she's far too old for that. You son of a bitch, what is your name? What is your name? This is claiming not to have any things associated with it, but it definitely does. That's her. November. That's her name. Exactly. She's around 30 now. She's got to have a job. I just don't know what it is. Housewife is the only one I can, think of. Okay. Think. Back to Clark. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. Somebody in that generation is a dancer. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Clancy. We know it's Clancy Edward. We know it's Clancy Jr. to the academy. Maybe I'm getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. April Quaterich is black. That would explain why her daughter is a little bit mixed color. Edward is set to... Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Pop, lawyer. Edward, lawyer. Edward Roottrees, lawyer. Married Quidditch April. Has daughter. Maybe she takes after the family business, lawyer as well. We don't know. But for now, it's a leap that I can make. We fucking got this. That information... I can't believe I missed the word Edward. I probably wound up swapping it somewhere else. That's him. Ed Roottrees. I want to go back to Clark here, though. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Pun intended. Rock meaning, band. So who knows what causes these things. I suspect he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Oh, this is revisiting the diary. I fucked up. I didn't want to revisit the diary. I wanted to go to the original one. Let's do this one and then go back, because I'm sure it gives me more information. Pop, Clan Academy, Brothers, Passive Knowledge, Pennsylvania, Edward, Department when he retires. As for me, first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob, her husband, when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids, but the free spirits, in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Twins. I think we knew that. I think we have them locked in. We almost have them locked in. Gwyneth has some kind of job. We just don't know what it is. Sorry. Is that the right one? Sister. Oh, yeah. No, we got the twins. Guy Hudson, the president. Bonnie Hudson, the housewife. Don't know who Guy married. Figure it out later. Okay. I think the two that I'm getting are from Edward being a lawyer. I think that both of that, his name and the fact that he's a lawyer, came from that. Revisiting the diary. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottrees has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill. We figured that out, right? We got... Yes, we did. Forsyth. Walter Forsyth. Before she had her second. Can't even blame her for that. I've seen what she gets up to in he gets up to in Starlet. Neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable somebody in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Same thing, Clancy, Edward. Eli C. Elias C. raised James, so yep. Oh. Sorry. Did I fucking... Okay. marriage rock, marrying Jane to keep her from running out of the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio, but still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last, and Lord knows I was right the last time. We looked at Starlet. We got that. I don't think there's going to be anything else for Gwen, because we got her kids. We just don't know what Ron Roottree married into and who his children wind up being. Are there any Roottrees left? Yeah. Jack and Christina and Tessa. I assume it's these three, Jack, Christina, Tessa. They're the only ones with parents named Roottree at this point. Blah. All right. What else do we got? What time is it here? 9:30. I should take a break, go let the chickens out. Or not let them out, but put them back. Teen Blast still has 5? That's fucking insane. Let me just read through this one. TMS and Brother Trouble. Did I look into Brother Trouble and TMS? I feel like that was a red herring. Let me just check here. Grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. Okay? So, her grandpa, beep beep, college professor. I feel like this should be locked in, but maybe it's the picture is wrong. History is full of people from famous families who wasted their fame and fortune, taking it for granted. I have other people in my family also made the Roottrie name famous. His older sister wrote a book. Some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. I took his advice. Now I work with my mom designing clothing. I help collars, patterns, model, amazing. Grandpa passed away earlier this year. Grandma Laura tells me really proud of what he managed to accomplish. We have Laura. Where's that picture from? I want to look at that fucking photo again. I mean, what if I'm wrong about... Oh, go back. I bet I know what's wrong. Let's swap some pictures around. There we go. Let's fucking move 2 pictures around. Give the guy with glasses the professor job. And you've got some locked in. Not all 3. 2 of them. The one in the middle is still wrong because I don't know his job. I don't know what Eli C's job is. But look, we even got Gwendolyn Morden as a housewife. Chris Rafferty is nailed in. 2 of them, and we got some additionals. Just need to know what you do, sir. Maybe you're an architect. Fuck it. Shit. And we don't know what your daughter, Ed Roottree's daughter, does yet. We are running out of pages, though. Pretty soon. I mean, I just gotta find more photos, right? Who the fuck is this? I'm sorry you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. Ernie's wife and child? Ah, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Nicole. She can't be a student. She's too old for that, right? I haven't closed Shiva Candle. If you'd like to pay respects, not expected for those outside the faith to do so. What is her faith? Pride for the work you 3 did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. You 3 did together. Carl and Brenda. Was he en route? Or was she talking about the candy company? Shiva candle. Well, even if it doesn't claim to have an intuition thing, I'm positive that gave me some pictures. All right, we got the 5 pieces all done. We got most of these done. I'm pretty sure, actually, I have all the pictures right. I just need to find the jobs that go with. Everyone here, except for the job for Elias Roottree, is correct. Got all those, got all those, got all those, got those. Stephanie Jones. How are you still providing 6 pieces of evidence for a basically complete fucking tree? What in the hell? Maybe of her own due around Christmas. Love is our future. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. CM, Caroline Morden. She doesn't like the candy company because they ruin the environment. It's got to be about the Butler County Times then, right? Is that where... I said I would go put the chickens to bed, and I'm still doing this because it's too interesting. Definitely not a lawyer. Yeah. A video game called The Roottrees Are Dead was set in Butler County. The Roottrees Are Dead, not to be confused with a similar game called The Fluke Knees Are Bread. Video game about a fictional family called the Roottrees. It's okay. This is breaking the fourth wall. About a county in Pennsylvania. Fictional newspaper created the game. Does not know anyone who lives in Butler County. Has never even been there. Just randomly picked somewhere near a major metropolitan area. Okay, let's go back. Butler County Times periodicals. Flooded results. Okay, Stephanie Jones. Small report detailing the election results. She won. I think I know this already. Born Stephanie Landon until her marriage to a local business owner, Brian Jones. We knew that, of course, because of Mark Landon. Ack. Entirely female, distant cousin of the Roottrees, Mother Carolyn, local artist, often come out opposed to the corporation's policies. Unlike my mother, not a fighter, I want to bring love to the world. Caroline Morden, Mermaid, Atlantis' Burden, self-portrait art and the beauty of women. I know I've done all this. Symbolize society split by indecision whether women should be equals or something to protect. Picture's been added to evidence. Copy, public library. I know I've done this. Dedicated to Elise and Stephanie. Black and white pictures, not added to evidence because they're nude self-portraits. Her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on their dreams to settle for boring men. Gwendolyn, sister, cousin Bonnie, both housewives, both boring men. David Kellogg and Stephen Wilson. Dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. Completely bogus. Their marriages led her to double down her passions, art, and the environment. Married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. Strongly against the Roottrees company's effect on the local environment. Ruse how she was not able to convince her father Zach to make changes to policy. Her marriage to Mark led her the most volatile moments in her life, all negative. Only good thing he ever gave her was a daughter. Leaving behind all that. It's just nothing. There's nothing that I'm pulling from this. And we also figured out Dr. Wilson, because then we got Zach, Jeb, and Jason. Okay, I need to take a break. I'll come back at this. There are not many names left, but it's the jobs that are the fucking problem. Like, I don't know what you do for a living, you twats. Ah, fuck! Why won't they tell me what you do for a living? We'll go back to here. Let me put up the intermission. I will be back in 5-10 minutes or so. I'll see you in a bit.
You want to try green again?
LaGuardia! Black!
Black is.
Oh, okay, whatever, man. That's fine. I'm fine with whatever you want to do.
All right, we'll go LaGuardia.
Okay, let's do it. That was easy mode, and we died in a fiery crash. Let's do hard. Not hard. Extreme.
Extreme hard. Yes. So yes.
Exposure doesn't pay the bills, Slay Queen.
Congratulations.
Whoa, I found exposure bugs. Oh, God, I am a genius. I am a genius sometimes. Exposure bucks. XB worth nothing. Okay. Give the starfruit painter her payment. I'm gonna drown. It's actually, I'm drowning. This is fucking fantastic. Fucking shit. I love it. I love this game. So happy. So happy this is happening. Fuck me. I should just send this live stream to Rare and be like, fix your shit. Where the fuck am I? What? What? What the fuck? Take me to my ship. Watch it teleport me to the bottom of the ocean again. Hey, am I at the Devil's Reach? Nope! Fucking nope! What the fuck? It didn't even take me out of the server, man.
Meat at stake. Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie.
Damn commies.
And
Hi, Slippy.
once you're married to
It's me. Look, it's me.
part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
I'm not familiar with that.
Never mind, there's dogs. Fuck.
Oh, there's dogs inside the ship. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, we're fucked. Oh, we're so fucked.
Leave.
I hope he's leaving. I hope he's fucking leaving.
What the fuck?
Why is this happening?
Well, it's not even inside the ship, I don't think. Where are you?
I got killed by a fucking lightning bolt, which is bullshit. Because all I was carrying was
I know
my
it's just a
flashlight.
pile of electric stuff outside, so. He's a dog.
I mean, somehow Murdrake is. No, he died! No! If they hit the island, I'll try to board them. Nope, they're gonna hit you, though.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna hit the island. Ugh, come on, I'm on the ladder. Anchor's lowered.
Okay.
I grabbed their storage crate. And I'm coming back. Pirate Reed! I hope there's something in this crate. Oh, he's gonna stab me! Oh, I dropped it in the water right at the ladder.
Shit, he got me.
Well, so far, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Oh, jeez. That was pretty nice. Oh, that's another one of those tiny fucking gnomes. Oh, shit! Oh, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no, they're eating me! Ow, I fucked up. You know, it was funny. I was like, oh, I'm doing pretty good, and then I got fucking eaten by leeches. Immediately after. That's within clipping distance. As critical of a part of my life as it once was. As I'm gonna do. I'm going to put a splitter on this conveyor belt. If I can get up here. Hold on. Fuck! Stuck under the garbage. Okay, I will put it right there. Okay. Okay. Instead of steam going to that pipe, we could run it through this one, which lowers the pressure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It did not lower the bridge. It did not lower the bridge. All right, I am back. Yeah, I mean, it's not a quick, like, flash game. It's very much like Return of the Obra Dinn, which I played before and we had a great time with. And I mean, to draw comparisons is not wrong. It's the same format. You're trying to find, in Obra Dinn, you're trying to find a person's picture, their name, their job, and how they died, or something like that. Or you're supposed to match the picture with their name and how they died and their job. This is very similar, obviously. And I'd be shocked if the person who made it didn't play Obra Dinn first. But honestly, I think I would recommend that people play this game first before trying Obra Dinn, first to see if they like the concept. Because I feel like this game is a little bit easier. Obra Dinn, I mean, beyond being a black and white time-traveling pirate ship extravaganza, it just was a lot harder to make the jumps between, voices when you can't see who's talking. It was just wild. A lot of storyline building, yeah. I love it. I love this shit. I said when I played Obra Dinn, I would pay $20 a month to subscribe to an Obra Dinn episode every month. Like, I would download the DLC on that bitch so fucking fast. And this is basically the same. I don't know why it's not loading up for you here. There we go. All right, back to names. We got two items here. I think we're getting closer on this. My main problem now is jobs. Without knowing either how they look or if there's a fucking article or anything, what they do, I have no way of filling in that last piece and no thing to search for, Okay. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary is how many similar names there are, and I get it. There are 4 Elis for Pete's sake, but that's how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know what they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin, that's why they became Uncle Jr. or Miracles Eli or Eli C. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. Uncle Jr., Miracles Eli, Eli C. Her brother is Eli C. We knew that, though. That's, Elias C. Her uncle is already filled out, and her, we don't know what he does yet. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwen's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name came from, Clancy. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Carolyn, who was Elias's mother. Gwendolyn. Carolyn. Gwendolyn. Hold on. Let me read this again. With the women, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Carolyn, who was Elias's mother. Which Elias? Maybe Grandpa Elias? Who's left? Deborah Bean, Linus Cornwall, Sarah Kossel, Patricia Jones, Clara Lansing, and Helen Lennon. Oh, and also Jack, Christina, Tessa, Penelope, Tessa Green, and Catherine Wilkins. We still have quite a few names, actually. I guess that's why there's no female equivalent of Junior. If you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news. They got my father's name backwards. But what if they didn't? What if she just thought they did, but there is an Edward Clancy Roottrees? The big conspiracy. Is there an Edward Clancy Roottrees? We got Linus Cornwall, and that's the only unknown male left. So obviously, Marguerite married Linus Cornwall. It's the only unknown male left. Now we have plenty of unknown females, and I'm just gonna slot them in randomly. We got Debbie Bean, Sarah Kossel. This is going to be a Roottrees. Let's say... actually, let's say Tessa. And we'll do Tessa Green Penelope. And we'll say that she's currently a student in college. Fuck it, I don't know. we have no picture, so... We got these two. They're both Roottrees. Jack and Christina. We don't know who they are, but let's say Clara Lansing. Just throwing shit out there. Oh, God. November, huh? Alright. Patricia Jones, fuck it. Unknown female spouse. Sarah Kossel. Madsen. Gwyneth, Nicole, Sarah, and Helen Lennon. How the hell would we know? Oh, there's another female spouse over here missing. Catherine Wilkins. There's a... Yeah, okay. Alright. Fuck it. Okay. See here. Clearly, I did not know her true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Rootree. All my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. She had the chance to grow up with us. She might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. Ernie and the kids. Ernest Madsen and her kids. And the children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning day to day from Zach. Yes, because he becomes the president. It's been a long time since any real Rootree was excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie, as Boneth Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother, Farmer. And her adopted grandfather. Adopted grandfather. Adopted grandfather. It's that, because, I mean, architect was Elias Jr. is maybe, let's make a note here. Possible that adopted grandfather of Gwen Madsen was farmer as well, question mark. I know I misspelled some shit and shorthanded some shit, but I'm fine with that. And it keeps going. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Rootree for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met E.C. in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. E.C. and Mr. Miller were farmers at the Rootree Farms. Was E.C. Sam's adopted grandfather? Oh, wait! Edward Clancy! And is, in fact, Edward Clancy. I bet he is. EC is Edward Clancy. Eli, grandfather Eli, the founder, had him out of wedlock. That's my guess. Uncle Junior Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seemed to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with the next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Yeah, no shit. Okay. Rolling on down to the city still has this connection? What am I fucking missing, man? Man, I am just fucking out on this. I do not know what else. This is the shocking part, that there's 6 connections here. If it seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mention. Often the most satisfying revelations retrace a path you thought was fully explored. Like, what? Handwritten note. Local office, Stephanie Jones. Newspaper article from Butler Times. Unconventional family, full of love. 22 years later with a baby of her own due around Christmas. Carl, I know when to see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company. We can still talk to your girls about putting us in sporting stuff. Your conflicts led to the next generation. How can there still be 6 from this? I just don't get it. What about her husband? What's his name? Brian Jones. He's a famous athlete. Broke a pole vaulting record in 1954. I think it's a different Brian Jones. Brian Jones, local resource. Maybe there is something. Took over his father's print company after 20 years. He seems to have not let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity to an interview portion. You know how that I've shot my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know about what comes getting job done right, getting done quick. We've been a printing staple of Butler County for years. Even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. Whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down to the best bulk prices of bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania or search for us online. I designed the website myself. Jones Graphic and Print. This is the thread that we missed. I thought it was just a throwaway thing. It's just like, oh, her husband. It's that guy. Here's a picture. But this might actually be where we're missing a lot of stuff. It even has frames. The website lists the address, hours, a few examples of clients, and the type of work that was done for each. Miracle Network, Roottrees Motors. Roottrees Motors is something we have never had. Butler County School District, Butler Summer Theater. This is huge. This is it. Okay, we've got it now. Roottrees Motors. You don't find any trace of them on the internet. As a local business, they may be featured in other places. Like the Butler County Times. There's an ad for Roottrees Motors in the paper. It seems Roottrees Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. An ad for Roottrees Motors has run every week in Butler's County Times for many years, but recently been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad have been added to your evidence. Wilkins Motors. This is it. This is the clue we missed. Wilkins Motors is now Roottrees Motors. We joined a sweeter family. Funny noises, oil change, fix her up, right off I-20, blah, blah, blah. Wilkins Motors has joined the Roottrees family. Here's another ad. Local family mechanics in the Pittsburgh area. Pittsburgh. Tessa Roottrees, our newest fixer, learned all there is to know about cars from her Roottrees Motors parents. I'm pretty sure that that outfit for Elias Roottrees was a mechanic's outfit. And I bet Tessa, I was right about that, and now I have a picture of her, is also a mechanic. Now, I'm feeling pretty good about those two. People on Reddit recommending similar games to this. Games Curse of the Golden Idol, Rise of the Golden Idol, Tangle Tower, Duck Detective, and Outer Wilds. Though Outer Wilds isn't so text-based. I would love to keep track of that shit. I'm gonna actually copy all of that. Hold on. Because this, I love this shit. I'm actually loving it. I'm going to mention... I'll put this in my fucking Discord for later. Okay. Elias and Tessa are mechanics. Tessa Green, I'm assuming it's Tessa Green. Penelope, Tessa Green. I'm assuming that's where she got her name. Roottrees Motors parents. 50 years. Wait, no. It said it was Wilson. Right? Hold on. I'm a fucking idiot. Wilkins. Catherine Wilkins. It specifically even said it used to be Wilkins Automotive or whatever. Boop, 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 boop. Wilkins Motors. Okay. What happened to the fucking picture? What? Wait, what? Wait, whoa! Hey, move down! Is that because it... Oh! Because it's now down to 1. Because that information, her name, her job, her picture, his job, and his spouse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we nailed down. There's just one piece left in it. And I bet it goes back to what's that other thing we were looking at? Shit. Oh, it's in Spider Search. Go to history. Jones Graphic and Print. Either Butler's Summer Theater for Children of Eden or the Butler County School District. Musical with songs by Steven Schwartz, a game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson, really likes it. Realized it would fit in timeline-wise with the game he was making and decided to use it as something fake instead of something fake, kind of like an Easter egg. You don't need to check it out, but if you do, I like the songs The Hardest Part of Love and Lost in the Wilderness. Also, if you haven't already, hit the back button and go back to Jones Graphic and Print. Instead of searching for Children of Eden, you would probably search for whoever was performing it. Oh. Butler Summer Theater. Thank you for our 1998 Seasons of Success. Cast and crew, 2 things stand out. Posters and additional set design by Jones Graphic and Print, and choreography by November Studios. November is a dancer or a choreographer. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. We're out of 50 here. November's a dancer. We got Roottrees Elias, Roottrees Tessa, and Gwyneth as a farmer. I got a fucking achievement pop up there, but I didn't notice, so I was too excited. We are running out of missing links. What's left? Teen Blast is still... And it's probably because either TMS or Brother Trouble, maybe. Or the, you know, the fucking, shit, there was something else. You know what? Let's check out Brother Trouble. And TMS. Start with Brother Trouble. A sitcom about 2 16-year-old brothers, one adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan, that's TMS, and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by stand-up... Oh! Penelope Tessa Green! She's in the family tree somewhere. And briefly, Tommy Mark Sheridan was dating Raina. Let's take a look here. Retired comedian Result for the Laugh Lounge club in Reno that claims Penelope got her... Excuse me. Let me drink some water. Her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine before she was a TV star in Brother Trouble. Site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers doing more family-friendly material. You find a picture labeled Joke-O-Lantern 1997, as well as a different picture labeled Jack wearing one of his mother's charity sets. Jack. Where is Jack? Ooh, I bet it's here. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Penelope Tessa Green and a child. I don't know whom, but I bet it's the other one. Roottrees Jack. Fuck. Roottrees Christina. This is Penelope Tessa Green. These are obviously not college students. Yeah, they should be in the same grouping here. Okay, so Ronald Roottrees, director, married Tessa Green, Penelope. A actress, or a comedian. In the 80s. Picture labeled Joke-O-Lantern 1997 means that this here is from basically last year. So it's current. That is not a student, that is a baby. And K through 12, yeah, he's probably in kindergarten. He looks like he'd be that old. I don't think there's anything younger than that, unless there's a toddler. Travel agent is an option. Okay, alright, I'm confident we now have all of this. I don't know why it's outlined. That's very curious. But we're running out of leads. We only have Clark, names, and rolling on down to the city remaining. One of these is about Elias Roottrees and his fucking job. And then Madsen Nicole, who I still think is a musician, but maybe not. Maybe she's in college. Debbie. I'm an idiot. That's Deborah Bean. That means this one might be Castle Sarah. Who knows? Who knows? We literally don't have any information to go on. But that's Debbie Bean and her daughter Nicole Madsen, who I don't know if is a student or is... Oh, that was 82, right? Because it's right after Ernie died. Ernie died... I don't know exactly when. Recently, I guess. Alright, let's go back to Clark. JPEG and Gwyn, Wild Bill, Starlet. Back up. No, I've got all that. All that shit is locked in. Other than Starlet being a possible thread for somebody else. Eli C. stepped up and helped, more than I can say for Clancy and Edward. Raised him whenever he could. His marriage seems fine. Jim's marriage is solid as a rock. Who knows what causes these things? Running out of the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel. They wouldn't last long. What am I missing here? I may just fucking go through all of this shit until you CEO. Oh, shit. Chef, comedian, construction, dancer, director, doctor, hairdresser, housewife, firefighter, interior design, manufacturing, media mogul. What do, you son of a bitch? Principal? Professor? Public speaker? Travel agent? God, I don't know. Here's the thing, though, right? I am pretty sure about everyone left on the tree. There's only 4. This is the last 4. I just don't know what her job is, and I don't know what his job is. And apparently, those links, or at least the spouses, are in these 3 remaining documents. ECR, Edward Clancy Roottrees, is in the envelope. I'm positive of that. Okay, fine. Nicole Madsen. Oh, wait. No, we got everything, didn't we? Yeah. Nothing. Fuck. Because the fact that we wiped all the clues off of the campaign mailer, it's now empty. We got everything from it. These 3... Is 5 pieces on there? No, it's rolling on down to the city. Names and Clark. That's it. Ah, what the fuck? Ah. Fuck. Ah, shit. Ah, I'm losing my shit. Oh. Catchy tunes, yeah, because he went into advertising. Something I'm told Roland is like that, but it wasn't my goal. Took his sounds in the wrong direction, made him laugh, but I'm trying to make art. I don't mind saying this because he'd agree. Most of the decade he was a mess, but he's a lot happier now. He started Raffer Tunes, much better jingle writer than songwriter. The benefits are Famous Family is a massive company willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All of his old ad campaigns. Fuck, he's in advertising. I didn't read far enough. Okay, so I'm convinced I have those 3 correct. Who are you and what do you do? I could just go down here until it clicks, honestly. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I have no clue what will lock her in. But I know that she does one of these fucking jobs, and I know that I have no idea what it is. So I'm just gonna go through them all. I don't care. At this point, it's either this or use a hint. Because I don't know how Nicole Madsen fits into this fucking thing. And if I go through all these and it doesn't click, I'm gonna be pissed. I know she's not the president's principal, athlete, professor, speaker, retail, screenwriter. It's not going to be any of these. Okay, still a student. Fine. I thought I had that there at some point anyway. Probably switched it before I locked in Elias Roottrees. Branching out, locked in everyone in the next generation photograph. We've also got Tessa, Debbie's picture. A top secret envelope is getting opened.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
I can get this. Okay, who is EC? A farmhand. It's Elias Clancy Roottrees. I know that. These last 2 are optional. I won't lock in until you say I'm ready. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth, so make sure you're ready. You don't have any portraits available to add to the family tree. To get started, click on Faces in your Evidence tab. Every picture I have has been locked in. He's in the background. He's in the fucking background. So who did he marry? Whoever he married is RR. I think. I will double check the information I have on this. I don't know what her name is. I also have these fucking wrong. Castle, Patricia, Clara. I don't know who. I don't know how they fit in. Honestly, I'm kind of missing it. I don't think it mattered that much. It's like extra pictures though. There's a fucking there's additional evidence. Okay, hold on. Everything here is locked in. I have an idea. Fancy flavors. Guy Hudson car crash. No. Guy Hudson. Fancy flavors. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year. Attempt to cater more towards what he thought the average person wanted. Fancy Flavors 5 pieces. Caviar didn't do well. Periodicals. Business Watch. Oh, they both appeared in the company's advertisements as children during the Boys and Girls Agree era. That must be it. Found a site about successful ad campaigns. Boys and Girls Agree, series of television magazine ad entries for the Roottrees chocolate bars. Premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing, they both agree that Roottrees is their favorite. Bright red hair of a boy and girl involved. One of the magazine advertisements has been added to your evidence. This is the additional picture of the twins. Well, at least we have that. He credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher. Christopher Hudson, Angelica Morden, yep. Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah, decided to take an early retirement, focus traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own..." What? Zach was quoted as saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara and I plan to reflect on a life well lived." Oh, I'm sorry. I must be... Yes, daughters. Clara. Clara Lansing. That we have locked in. Ugh. Guy is new to the business, but he's family. We at Roottrees have faith in his innovative ideas. He's eager to share with the world. We'd like to think the boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed. Okay. Well, if we know that that's Clara, then anyone... There. I have nothing... I mean, these are optional, but I do feel like I'd like to 100% that bitch. Sorry, I don't know why I just did that. That was fucking stupid. Search everywhere. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, I remember something now. EC and John. And then there was something about confirmed bachelor. Ah, fuck! I just hit the wrong goddamn thing! Neptune Wars, visiting the diary, Sam. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor. I suspect that's why he kept us there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Miller. Guardian, adoption, or otherwise. They adopted Sam. Mr. Miller. Farm Hans. I don't even know where I would get anything on that. John Miller. You're right. It did say John in the other thing, didn't it? John Miller. Who's probably this guy back here. John Miller. Thank you, Brandon. I don't know why I didn't connect that immediately, because it mentioned EC and John, and then it said Mr. Miller. John Miller. Okay, that's it. That's why they didn't want him included. Elias Clancy Roottrees is either a out-of-wedlock son of Elias Roottrees or a brother, but I'm willing to bet it's a son because of the age, but they disowned him because he was gay. I think we're ready. We'll see what we can do. Family secrets finished. The Roottrees are dead. Here's the final optional entries you found. Lansing Clara, some additional pictures. I got some of the spouses wrong. 3 left for next time. Okay, apparently I do not have John Miller correct, maybe? I don't know.
So, you had a guess for EC, and identified his
Apparently
partner
we did.
as John Miller? Okay, that's what we were here to determine. I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha Roottrees. Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago. My book tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents. Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers. Edward Clancy Roottrees and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser. Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin and his father, Elias, were not.
An identical twin.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand. Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable. The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC.
Egg cream, EC, CE is for cinnamon extract. And M for miracle. 5 pieces at 1924.
We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary. Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background. The 6th 5 piece. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom from a life she deemed unworthy.
This I did not get. I don't know. Steamy correspondence by Tina Angelina Patricia Christensen. How awful that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin, an outcast forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative. I didn't get this clue, and that would have made things a lot easier. Come in and sit down. What the hell are you
Elias
doing?
relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottree. He nearly ruined the company. When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions. Ernie earned about $36. They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy, until I started to look into the other dirty laundry.
Robert Roottree. Oh, yes, Robbie Roottree. In a French court of law, he embezzled from his company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit.
Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future. His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with theirs. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. I appreciate what you've done for me. The tree wasn't easy, and proving who EC was will be an uphill battle. That's what we were here to find out. If I can find my way into the Trust, my share belongs to you.
Woohoo! Billions!
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air, this is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
We did it! Rolling, rolling, down to the city. I did it! I was very concerned that I wouldn't finish tonight, but I'm glad that I did. There is a little bonus thing that I may do, either as another stream or offline. But now we don't have to do this again. We can go to all the other games I've been holding up. There's another mystery to solve! Roottree Mania! I'm a secret Roottree. Oh, man. Alright, Roottree Mania. Find out what happens to the infamous family in a whole new mystery. We'll spoil unlock content. Make sure you tied up any loose ends. Yeah, I have. Save slot 2. I'm just curious. I want to see... Oh, God. Oh, dear. There's quite a bit more. Fantastic. I'm excited.
Hi.
It's Clark.
Probably not who you expected to be knocking, but life's funny sometimes. You've done well staying anonymous. It took us a while to track you down. A lot has happened in the last year. Far too much of it public. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes, too. I never wanted to be president. I'm not great with stress. With my mother's deteriorating I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm here because part of the fallout of Sam's book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork. Now that it's public knowledge that Clancid Trust covers any Roottree despite their history with us, a lot of potential cousins have surfaced. You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. It was a disaster for us. And then Miracle went and made it all about himself. The long and short of it is a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping some of them, but she's not really going about it the right way. And she's not taking calls from anyone in the family. I let it slip through a mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in. It's manipulative, but I'm hoping she'll reach out to you. You can let her know I'm on her side. In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam if she reaches out. I'm genuinely hoping she'll realize I'm an ally. Feel free to do your own research. I've been told you enjoy things like this. To each their own.
Is he really an ally of Sam? What information are we here to deduce? Oh my god. Possible Infidelity 3. So here, of course, is our completely filled in thing. Helen Lennon, Clara Lansing, I don't know who else we were missing, but here we go. So, Possible Infidelity 1. This person is also on the original tree. Infidelity perhaps resulting in... Oh man, this is even dirtier. This is even more difficult to figure out because... shit. I feel like I'm going to have to make a stream about this one too, if you guys enjoyed it, which I assume you did based on the information I've gotten from the chat tonight. We will look into somebody here has fucked a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting Miracle Jr. Holy shit. Final affair, first affair, goddamn, 5 affairs. And then, this is wild, 2 people on the family tree married and had a child. I think this is going to be even better than the first part. I'm glad you guys have been watching with me tonight. I'm going to wrap it up now. It is already 10:40. When I come back from vacation... it will be a Tuesday. We'll probably do some more RimWorld, and then head back to this game at some point because I would love to finish it up. Look at this fucking wild tree. I mean, this could be, you know, Elias for all we know, you know. So it could be quite some time. 6 pieces, the Roottrees Rift, Clark Rafferty LaRue, 5 P's star. Roottrees Mania, and Anonymom. 6 pieces was the name of Sam Madsen's book. Alright, I don't want to dig into it because if I do, I'll be here till fucking midnight and realize that I did that. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time!